Hey, welcome back everyone. Today we're going to talk about what I call standard tech options when it comes to delivering online lectures. Now, yesterday we talked about low tech options. What I meant by low tech was you don't need to worry about a camera, you don't need to worry about additional software, you can just use the software and the audio available in your Windows 10 system. By the way, I'm sure there are Mac options as well. And frankly, if you're on a Mac, you're not looking for low-tech options, so you're not even watching this. Nevertheless, now we want to go into what I call standard tech. This is using technology and free software options that are easily available to you. So the first thing I want to talk about is we are going to use something called Screencast-O-Matic. Let me show you this software. Let me show you how it uses the technology already integrated into your system and what you can do with it. Okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch this. All right. Now we're looking at my desktop. So Screencast-O-Matic is a wonderful piece of software. I'm not invested in them. They're not sponsoring, none of this stuff. It's just really nice software. And as you can see here, screencastomatic.com. I'll put the link down in the description below. And as you can see, you can start recording for free. You don't need to invest in this at all. Now, I have invested in it. I've bought the software, which is like frickin' $9 a year or something. It's insanely cheap. Nevertheless, we can start right here. But what I'm going to do is, just because I have this system on mine, I've downloaded it, and you can download it as well. It brings up this system, and it says, okay, I want to start recording. All right, well, it does a few things. Check this out. First of all, it can go ahead and just record me as we are right now. Me looking into the camera, you watching, all that good stuff, okay? And then, of course, what it can do is it can do just the screen, and it can do... Okay, so I'm down here in the little corner there. I know it should be looking down that way, whatever. Of course, I can come back up and speak with my students this way, and then I can go ahead and reduce myself back down. I can actually I can move this window about a little bit if I so choose. I don't so choose, so I'm just going to go ahead and leave it there. But then that means that I have this whole desktop now that I can work with and I can use in my lecture. So that means that I can go ahead and pull up anything. I can pull up a PowerPoint presentation, and we can go ahead and start talking about Mike Lefebvre, steelworker, out of Working from Studs Terkel, a phenomenal book and a phenomenal piece. So if you're not familiar with it, check it out, right? And then, of course, I can go ahead and reduce that down. And if I want to, I can bring up websites and talk through the website. And I can also bring myself back up a little larger so I can have more of an intimate conversation with my students, and then come back down. And anything that you can do on a desktop, you can do on a desktop. You can go ahead and bring up Word, pull up the description, all kinds of stuff, good to go. So it's a very good way of, let me bring myself back up here. It's a very good way of bringing multimedia to your lectures. And it doesn't take any fancy software or technology. Use the camera that's integrated into your system, use the microphone that's integrated, and then Screencast-O-Matic is free to use and very intuitive, very straightforward. Now, when you do lectures like these, here are a few tips that you'll want to think about. First of all, look into the camera. I know it's really awkward. If you're not used to it, it's like totally funky staring into this lens. It's a lot more tempting to look at the screen. And now I'm looking at the screen, And this is not engaging for my students at all. I mean, look at that crap. Whereas if I look up here, oh yes, now the students, and hopefully you, feel like I'm having this conversation with you, even though I'm looking into, 2001's HAL, okay? Another thing to remember is remember where you are in terms of your positioning during the lecture. So if I'm down here really small and I want to have a close sort of, hey, now let me give you some tips and tricks, dear students, that you'll want to remember when preparing for this test. No, that's something that I'll want to be up here for. So you kind of want to take into account and remember where you are in terms of your relationship with the students. Here, you have a close, intimate relationship. Here, not so much. And oh, by the way, you can totally take yourself off the screen totally. Notice I am gone. And I can go ahead and I can pull up all kinds of, oh, I don't know, what do I, doesn't matter, Lon, just leave the poor people alone. I can pull up all kinds of information on the screen and I am totally gone. And yet I can still pop up and say, hey, now let's go ahead and have a conversation. Okay, so that is Screencast-O-Matic. Let's take a look at some other options available to you. Okay, let's take a look at what's available to us in Canvas. Now, as many of you know, here at Salt Lake Community College, we use Canvas, the Instructure LMS, Learning Management System, and it has a lot of built-in video and audio functionality that we can take full advantage of. So once again, this is standard tech because this is tech that's available to us with no additional, working or cost. So let's go ahead and take a look at how this works. So I'm here in my Canvas right now, and I'm going to go ahead and pull up one of my courses. And I have set up a discussion group for switching to online discussion forum. And this is a forum where my students can ask questions and about our transition to online, and where I can therefore provide answers. And this way, everybody has access to this information. But let's say, for example, that I want to, be a little bit more intimate and have a richer channel involved. And so maybe I want to do video. Now, again, remember, I'm in a discussion, but we can use this in many, many places. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and, hit reply. Now, I could go ahead and type a reply, right? But check out, you see this little V, this little kind of purple blue V? This takes us to some external tools, and what we want to go to is embed Kapture Media. So I'm going to go ahead and hit embed Kapture Media. And then I'm going to come up here to add new. Now it gives me a lot of options. I can either upload some media. So for example, the videos that we shot using Screencast-O-Matic, we could upload this here. I could upload a YouTube video, such as something from Nutshell Brainery. I can go ahead and do a video quiz, all kinds of things. I'm just going to do Express Capture. And you see, now I'm up on the screen. Now I'm not recording yet, okay? But as you can imagine, all I need to do is hit that red button and I can go ahead and record. So let me show you what happens. I'm going to do a quick recording for my students. Hey everyone, I just wanted to let you know I'm still here. I'm still working the issues. I'm going to have an update for you later on today to kind of let you know how I'm going to use this technology to help us transition over to the, online environment. Keep the questions coming in this discussion forum and I'll, move through them as quick as I can. All right? Have a great day. So as you can see, what I just did was I recorded that. Now, I have a few choices. I can go ahead and full screen that and so on and so forth. But I can come down here, as you see, and I can either record again because I don't like it, Or I can download a copy, which is what I'm actually going to do because I want to use this in another class. So I'm going to go ahead and allow, and I've just downloaded a copy right there. So I'm going to pull that over. And then in this class, I can go ahead and use this. Now, as you'll find, this Kapture functionality is embedded all throughout Canvas. So there are many, many places that you can use it. So for instance, I can pull up my class once again. I can go to New Announcement, and lo and behold, there's that little V, and I can go ahead and embed media and so forth. And remember, you can use this Kapture functionality as simply a way of recording yourself, much like you did with Screencast-O-Matic. Although, to my knowledge, it's just the video. It's not sharing the desktop as well. Although I may be wrong about that. So to, help you out a little bit more, I'm going to include some links that are official training links of Kapture. What I've shown you here is kind of a demonstration of the functionality, and I do believe that you can get up and running with as little as you've seen here. However, it has more functionality, and so the links below will help point you in the right direction if you want to kind of take it up to the next level. And so that's what we've got built into our systems right now, folks. We have Screencast-O-Matic, free software. You can start using it right now. We have Kapture, external software that is built into Canvas. And then, of course, most of us will have a camera built into our laptops, microphone, all that good stuff. So these are two really good standard pieces of lecture technology that you can bring to bear in your classrooms. Now, when we come back tomorrow, I'm going to take it to the next level. We're going to talk about some high-tech software that you can use should you so choose. All right? So we'll talk to you then. Have a great day.